I am Cody Brown, and I am the CEO of C2Digital.
I'm Christian now. I'm the CTO.
We have to push it. Okay, so what is C2Digital? C2Digital is a freelance and consulting group. We handle mobile applications and web development. We also go into software development, game development, but the main thing that we don't focus on is graphic design and art. Here tonight, we're here to show you our in-house application that we've developed ourselves. Chefology, or so we hope. We have our lawyer Gabe right there, and it turns out that there might be some trademark discrepancies with Chefology, so the name is still in the works in Virginia, but it is an end-to-end self-prepared meal planning application. Okay, so what is Chefology? Chefology is recipe sharing and organization, meal planning and preparation, price optimization, is also a grocery checklist, and then it is a social chef work. What we like to do at Chefology is everybody that is a user is a chef because you are cooking, so you are a chef automatically. That's how we like to display our users. The features, it helps discover delicious recipes and displays price savings. So if you find a recipe on our app, it'll tell you which ingredients are on sale at the nearest grocery store near you. It'll collect ingredients into an efficient and powerful grocery list, meaning you plan out your week, it'll combine all the ingredients together, and it'll give you a weekly shopping list. And at the end, it'll show you the price differences at the top 3 major grocery stores around you. Along with that, we are going to kind of rely on our community-driven tagging and rating system. If anybody is familiar with Reddit, they kind of do it with the upvotes and the downvotes. That's how we're going to mostly handle our recipes and how they're on the app. So here is our prototype. It's really rough, it's a basic. The front end is an Ionic and AngularJS. We're using JavaScript and Cordova to create a cross-platform. The structure of the UI has been prototyped, as I just said. The future work on the back end and monetization will be discussed later in the talk. So Christian is going to pull up our prototype that we're running on Ionic. So here you can see these are just basic recipes that we've kind of put in for you. Cereal with milk, ham sandwich. Christian's going to put in a new recipe and kind of show you how easy it is. So we're going to go up to the top right hand corner, click new. You're going to name your recipe. Say we're just doing cereal again. You put in the ingredients. We're going to go with milk, and then we're going to add the ingredient to it.
This doesn't work right now.
Yeah.
But we have the same thing on instructions where you can type in.
So pour milk into cereal bowl. And it's going to add into the instructions. So when you submit the recipe, it's going to be on the recipe boards. You can click cereal, and it's going to show you the instructions and ingredients. Like we said, this is version 1.0, real basic prototype. If we go down here, we can look at the planner. Christian set up a birthday meal on October 22nd. So,
that's my birthday. Yeah,
it's his birthday. The grocery list is right here. This is where you're going to see your groceries, weekly, daily, however you want to set it up, and it'll give you the prices at the bottom. Yeah, and the last thing is a profile, was the last category. So we're going to go back to the presentation, and Christian's going to give you guys an overview of the back end and how we're really running the app.
All right. So for the back end, we are using a service called Grocery Server. It gives you an API to access sales data and recipe price information. We're going to use that information. We're going to analyze it on the cloud so we can do things like recipe discovery or analyze social network graphs so that we can show people, friends and friends of friends who have recipes that they especially like, and you can see that. We're going to develop the backend in AWS using Node.js APIs. And the ingredients from the different recipes get organized and consolidated into this grocery tab, which you saw wasn't finished yet, or it wasn't working right now. And the idea behind that is that you can use that as a grocery shopping app to help you keep track of where to go based on what coupons you have and what you need to buy.
Okay, so for monetization and growth, we're going to focus monetization based on app sales. The app is going to be priced at 99 cents in the App Store. As I said before, we're relying on community-driven users, so we're really going to rely on word of mouth, sharing, Facebook, social media, just to get the name out there and to get family and friends using the app together.
So for the business model, for our plan for growth, it's based on an idea that we could complete, anything that you can complete in a week is small enough to be done, essentially. Anything bigger than a week's worth of work needs to be split up into smaller pieces. All of the code I want to have reviewed by 2 people. That makes it just so that it's more secure. And I want to use a GitHub organization and organize on GitHub issues. The benefit to doing that is that we can have bug reports from users integrated with our own ticketing system, essentially. And I just wanted to show you guys the company organization. How would we expand if we need to add structure to our organization? And the plan is to essentially have senior programmers whose job is just to manage and review work. And they communicate with other senior programmers. The idea behind that is that it reduces communication work, which is a really big deal. I have a book and I can tell you all about how great it is to reduce communication work for your programmers. For our junior programmers, so programmers that aren't as skilled, we're going to have them working on bugs, documentation, and tests. And those are all really important, but they're the kind of things that if you break it, it's not a big deal, we can fix it, it won't be an issue. For programmers, we're going to have them work on major features and tools and stuff like that, sort of big stuff. And that'll be the majority of our workforce, I guess.
Okay, so how can Hatch help and how you can help in the audience? We're seeking investment capital for marketing. One thing that we really found out was that apps fail because they don't have marketing. They don't put their name out, they don't give enough ahead of time, and they don't really get the hype going with the popularity and the people among us. So we're looking for marketing, we're looking for graphic designers as well, as we just said earlier, and developmental costs. We're seeking professional clients and for freelance and consulting work, so entrepreneurs like yourself who have a business that you decided you want to create a mobile application, or you just want to consult, figure out what you need to do, you can always just email or give us a call and we can really help you out with that. So that is our presentation. Do we have any questions from the audience? Yes, sir.
You said you were going to monetize it at 99 cents for the app. Have you given any thought to doing the freemium and then with tiered service later on?
Yeah, we've thought about it. You can go ahead. We've thought about it and we talked about it. Christian,
yeah, we were talking about just doing advertisement for a while, but it turns out because we use a grocery server, we don't make money off of that promotion. But we still feel it's an important part of our app, so we're going to leave it in there, and we're coming up with a price model because we don't feel that having embedded ads essentially is necessarily what we're looking for our app. We're looking for growth than anything.
Yeah, so we're more focused on the growth of the app and just basic monetization by sales. And then once we really get the community in it and the users, that's when we're really going to discuss how we can really monetize it at that point.
And I think we are looking into reviewing that in the future after we have the option of looking at something other than grocery servers. So say that we go to the companies directly for their information about prices. That will be one of our goals in the future.
Any other questions?